There's a $12.49 item sitting on a dusty shelf at Home Depot right now that will outperform every $299 survival kit on Amazon, and 9 out of 10 preppers walk right past it every single weekend without ever looking down. I'll show you the exact item, the exact aisle, and the exact part number in about 6 minutes. Stay with me. And the Ayesha 3 on this list, it's something already sitting in your garage right now, but you've been using it completely wrong your entire adult life. But the one that shocked me most, a retired Green Beret pulled it out of his truck console last spring, looked me dead in the eye, and said 7 words I haven't been able to forget since. I'll tell you exactly what he said before the end of this video. Now listen close, because this matters. If the grid drops tonight, and I mean truly drops, not a 6-hour outage, but the kind of blackout that stretches into day 3, day 5, day 10, you have less than 6 hours before every Walmart, every Home Depot, every gas station within 40 miles is stripped clean, empty shelves, locked doors, armed employees in the parking lot. You've seen the footage from Texas in 21. You saw what Helene did to Western Carolina. You know how fast it moves. And here's the part nobody wants to say out loud. The guy with the $400 tactical backpack from Amazon, the one with the mole straps and the cow print and the freeze-dried lasagna packets, that guy is going to be the first one knocking on your door at 3 in the morning because his kit was built by a marketing department in California, not by a man who's actually had to survive anything. You already know this. That's why you're here. You're not the guy who needs to be lectured about the basics. You're the guy who wants to know what the professionals actually carry, what the retired operators actually trust, what the old-timers who lived through Andrew, through Katrina, through the 77 New York blackout, what they actually reach for when the lights go out for real. So here's the deal. I'm going to walk you through 7 items. Number 7 is useful. Number 5 will surprise you. Number 3 will probably make you angry at yourself for not knowing it sooner. And number 1 is the $12.49 item I promised you. The one that makes every overpriced survival kit on the internet look like a child's toy. But before we get to Hesed 1, wait until you hear what Hes 4 is. Because 4 is the item a former Marine Scout sniper told me he keeps 2 of, 1 in his truck, 1 buried in a PVC pipe in his backyard. And when I asked him why 2, his answer changed how I think about preparation entirely. Let's start. Number 7, a 100-foot roll of mason's line, bright pink, $3.48. Let that sink in. $3.48. You've walked past it 1,000 times. It sits in the concrete aisle near the rebar and the stakes. Most people think it's for bricklayers. It's not, or rather, it's not just for bricklayers. A retired Army combat engineer I spoke with last fall, a guy who spent 22 years rigging demolition charges and clearing roads in places I'm not allowed to name, he told me mason's line is the single most underrated item in any kit. Here's why. It's high visibility. It glows under a flashlight beam from 200 feet away. It's rot resistant. It holds 170 pounds of tensile strength. You can use it to mark a trail back to your shelter in the dark, rig a perimeter alarm with a few tin cans, lash a tarp, replace a broken bootlace, set a snare, or string a clothesline for drying meat. And because it's bright pink, no animal in the woods recognizes it as a threat, but every human eye locks onto it instantly. The combat engineer told me he carries 300 feet of it, folded into a Ziploc the size of a deck of cards. Weighs almost nothing, costs less than a cup of coffee, and it has saved his bacon more times than his $800 sat phone ever did. $3.48. And it's better than half the paracord on the market. Because paracord, for all the hype, kinks, frays, and shreds under sustained tension, mason's line does not. Now slide that into your cart and walk 3 aisles over. Because I6 is where most people start to argue with me. Number 6, a pack of heavy-duty contractor trash bags, 3 mil thick. Black, the 42-gallon ones. About $14 for a box of 20. I can already hear you. Trash bags? Come on, stay with me. A former Air Force Perasescu jumper. These are the guys who jump into combat zones to extract wounded pilots. He told me that a single contractor-grade trash bag is the most versatile piece of survival equipment ever invented. And he wasn't joking. He told me a story about being stranded for 19 hours on a mountainside in Afghanistan with a busted radio and a sprained ankle. He had 3 trash bags in his vest. Just 3. The first one became a poncho. The second one, stuffed with dry pine needles, became insulation under his body to keep the cold ground from sucking the heat out of him That's the trick that probably kept him alive. The third one he filled with snow, tied it off, and let his body heat melt it into drinking water inside his jacket. 3 trash bags. A man's life, you can use them as ground cover, as a rain catch, as a flotation device when you tie the ends, as a signal flag, as an emergency sleeping bag, as a body bag, and I mean that literally because if you're moving a wounded person, a contractor bag with the bottom split open becomes a low friction drag sled across snow or wet grass. The pararescue guy told me directly if I had to choose between a $300 emergency bivvy and a $14 box of contractor bags, I'd take the bags every single time. Let that sink in for a second. And speaking of things you've been underestimating your entire life, let's talk about 5. Number 5, a roll of self-fusing silicone tape, sometimes called rescue tape or rescue wrap. About $7 at Home Depot in the plumbing aisle. This is not duct tape. I want to be very clear about that. Duct tape, for all its reputation, fails the second it gets wet, hot, or cold. It peels. It leaves residue. It's useless on a wound, useless on a leaking pipe, and useless on anything that flexes. Self-fusing silicone tape is different. It doesn't stick to anything except itself. You stretch it, wrap it, and within 30 seconds, it chemically bonds into a single solid rubber sleeve. It seals up to 950 psi. It works underwater. It works at 500 degrees. It works at 20 below zero. A friend of mine who served 2 tours as a Navy corpsman, that's the medic that goes downrange with Marine infantry, he told me he used silicone tape to seal a sucking chest wound in the field once. The standard chest seal had failed because of sweat and dirt. The silicone tape bonded right through the blood. The Marine lived. Now I'm not telling you to practice combat medicine in your garage. I'm telling you that a $7 roll of tape has properties that most people don't even know exist. You can seal a cracked radiator hose with it long enough to drive 80 miles. You can splint a broken fishing rod, a broken tent pole, or a broken finger. You can waterproof a phone, a flashlight, or a wound dressing. You can wrap the grip of an axe handle in the rain and never lose your purchase. And it gets better because the item at he had 4 pairs with this one in a way that when you see it, you're going to wonder why nobody on YouTube has told you this combination before. Number 4, a 4-pack of 9-hour emergency candles, the white plumber's candles. About $6 and change at Home Depot near the water heater supplies. Now hear me out, because I know what you're thinking. Candles? Really? In 2026? Yes. Really? Remember that Marine Scout sniper I mentioned at the top? The one who keeps 2 of these items, one in his truck, one buried in a PVC pipe in his backyard? This is the item, plumber's candles, he told me. And I'll never forget the way he said it. Batteries die, fuel evaporates, lighters break. A candle is the only light source on Earth that doesn't fail. Think about that. A candle has no moving parts, no circuitry, no expiration date that matters. A plumber's candle from 1962 still lights the same as one made last week, but here's what nobody tells you. A single 9-hour candle, placed inside a clay flower pot turned upside down, will heat a small room by 8 to 12 degrees. That's not a survival myth. That's basic thermodynamics. Truckers stranded in blizzards have been using that trick since the 1950s. It's the reason the Marine carries them. Because in a vehicle, in a winter storm, with the engine off, a candle and a flower pot is the difference between waking up and not waking up. One candle, one flower pot, one life. And remember, when the grid drops, every battery-powered lantern in your house starts a countdown clock the moment you turn it on. The candle does not. Now we're getting to the items I really wanted to tell you about. Stay with me, because 3 is the one I mentioned at the top, the one already sitting in your garage, the one you've been using completely wrong your whole life. Number 3, a standard galvanized steel bucket. 5-gallon, about $9 at Home Depot. You own one. You probably own 3. You've used them for paint, for car washes, for mopping, for hauling rocks out of the garden. You think you know what a bucket does. You don't. A retired Coast Guard search and rescue swimmer told me something last year that I haven't been able to shake. He said the 5-gallon galvanized bucket is the single most multi-purpose object in the prepping world, and the reason most civilians never figure it out is because they only think of it as a container. Here's what it actually is. It's a stove. Punch 6 holes around the base with a screwdriver, drop in some twigs or charcoal, and you have a rocket stove that will boil a gallon of water in 11 minutes. It's a Faraday cage Wrap the inside with cardboard, line it with aluminum foil, seal the lid, and your radios, your hard drives, your spare phone will survive an EMP. It's a water filter. Drill a hole in the bottom, layer it with gravel, sand, and charcoal, and you've got a gravity-fed filter that will clean 4 gallons a day. It's a Faraday-grade ammo storage. It's a composting toilet. It's a fish trap when you cut the lid. It's a chicken waterer. It's a snow melt cistern when you set it on a fire pit, a $9 bucket. 11 different survival functions. The Coast Guard swimmer told me, and these were his exact words, when civilians look at gear, they see what it is. When operators look at gear, they see what it can become. Let that sink in. That one sentence is worth more than any kit you'll buy on Amazon this year. That's the item I told you was already in your garage, the one you've been using wrong. Bet you'll never look at the 5-gallon bucket the same way again. And we're not done, because 222 is the item that costs less than a gallon of gas, the one veterans have been hiding in their trucks for decades, and the one a retired Green Beret looked me in the eye and said 7 words about that I still can't forget. But first, number two, a roll of butyl rubber roof patch tape, 4 inches wide, about $11 in the roofing aisle. Now this one is going to sound boring. It isn't. It's the kind of item that once you understand what it does, you'll start seeing uses for it everywhere. Butyl rubber is what the military uses to seal radio housings in jungle environments. It's what the oil industry uses to seal pipeline joints underwater. It's what NASA used on the lunar module to seal cable pass-throughs. It does not break down in UV. It does not crack in freezing temperatures. It does not dissolve in gasoline, diesel, or salt water. And it sticks permanently to almost any surface known to man, including wet ones. A former Special Forces communications sergeant, a guy whose entire job for 18 years was keeping radios working in environments where radios are not supposed to work, he told me butyl tape is in every operator's kit he's ever seen, because if your antenna housing cracks at 2 a.m. in a downpour, butyl tape seals it in 4 seconds. If your fuel can develops a hairline leak, butyl tape stops it dead. If your roof loses a shingle in the middle of a hurricane, butyl tape buys you 72 hours. He told me a story about a comms truck that took shrapnel through the radiator. The unit was 40 miles from any extraction point. They wrapped the radiator hose in butyl tape and drove the truck 38 of those 40 miles before it finally gave out. $11 of tape moved a vehicle that should have died on the side of the road. And the Green Beret I keep mentioning? He told me directly, if I had to leave my house in 90 seconds with one roll of anything, it's this, not duct tape, not paracord, butyl, which brings us to one, the $12.49 item I promised you, the one that makes every $299 survival kit on Amazon look stupid, the one I told you 9 out of 10 preppers walk past every weekend. You ready? Number 1, a heavy-duty 20-foot tow strap, polyester, rated 20,000 pounds, sitting in the automotive aisle at Home Depot for $12.49. Stop, read that again. 20,000 pounds, $12.49. Now I want you to compare that to the $299 tactical recovery kit being sold on Amazon right now, the one with the mola pouch, the carabiners, the kinetic rope, the gloves, and the warning labels in 4 languages. That kit, on average, is rated for 17,000 pounds. The Home Depot strap is rated for 20,000. But here's why this isn't about pulling a truck out of mud. This is about what the strap actually represents. The retired Green Beret I keep mentioning, the one who pulled this exact strap out of his truck console last spring, he held it up and said 7 words. Here they are. This gets me out, or someone else. Let that breathe for a second, because when the grid goes down, when the roads are jammed, when the bridges are out, when the gas stations are dry, the difference between people who survive the first 72 hours and people who don't isn't gear. It's mobility. It's the ability to move yourself, your family, or a stranger who's going to owe you a favor out of a stuck position and into a moving one. A 20-foot tow strap is the most underrated piece of mobility equipment a civilian can own, because it doesn't just pull cars. It pulls fallen trees off driveways. It hoists deer carcasses up for field dressing. It anchors tarps in 60 miles per hour winds. It lowers a wounded person down a flight of stairs. It rigs a tourniquet wrap around a thigh wound. It tows a canoe through shallow water. It can be looped into a swing seat to lower a child out of a second-story window during a house fire. And it never, and I mean never, degrades the way nylon ropes degrade. Polyester doesn't absorb water. It doesn't stretch unpredictably. It doesn't snap back at 80 miles an hour when it breaks. It just works. Every time. In any weather. For 10 years or more. That's the $12.49 item. That's what makes every $290 kit look stupid. And those 7 words from the Green Beret, "This gets me out," or "someone else." That's the entire philosophy of real preparation in one sentence. Not gear, not gadgets. Mobility, optionality, the ability to help yourself and then help one more person when everyone else is frozen. But I told you at the start there was one more thing, one bonus, something nobody on YouTube talks about. Here it is, walk back through everything I just told you. Mason's line, contractor bags, silicone tape, plumber's candles, galvanized bucket, butyl tape, towel strap. Add it all up, total cost, $63.46. $63 for a kit that outperforms every $299, $490, and $799 on prepackaged survival bundle being sold online right now. And here's the bonus nobody talks about. The reason these 7 items beat the expensive kits isn't the price. It's the fact that every single one of them is dual use, mundane, invisible. A man walking out of Home Depot with a bucket, a tow strap, and a roll of tape doesn't look like a prepper. He looks like a homeowner fixing a fence. And in a real grid-down situation, the last thing you ever want to look like is a prepper. Because preppers get visited. Homeowners don't. The Green Beret's last words to me on this subject, and I'm quoting him exactly, were these: "The best prep is the prep nobody knows you have." Let that sink in. That's why the $12.49 strap beats the $299 kit. Not because of the rating, not because of the material, because of the camouflage. The expensive kit announces you. The Home Depot strap hides you. Now listen, if this hit home for you, if any of this changed the way you think about what's sitting in your garage right now, then you need to see what's coming next. In my next video, I'm breaking down the 3 U.S. states where retired special operations veterans are quietly relocating to right now. Not Montana, not Idaho, not the ones every YouTube channel is telling you about. The real ones, the ones nobody is talking about because the people moving there don't want you to know. And has 2 on that list. 2 is a state most Americans have never even thought of, and once you see why the operators are picking it, you're going to start looking at the map completely differently. I'll see you in that one. Stay sharp, stay quiet, stay ready.